Hello fellow wargamers and history buffs. Today we have an unboxing of 1811 Albuera. This is the second edition, and this is part of the Fixed Bayonet series from Tactical Workshop. Here is the box itself. It's pretty big and it's pretty heavy. Still have the shrink wrap on it. And here we take a look at the back of the box. You can see a sample of the map, description of what's going on historically, some samples of the counters, cards, and then here it's telling us what all is in the box. Number of players, 1 to 2, difficulty, medium to high, solitaire, suitability, high, and playing time anywhere from 2 to 8+ hours, and then all the list of stuff. Now it's saying here the second edition includes new event cards, new playing piece style, a brighter redrawn map, and new series rules. No more separate unit facings for column and line, revised cavalry, melee combat, and operational pace, simplified terminology, and many smaller improvements. So let's open it up and see what we find inside. So the first item we find when we open it up here is the battle booklet. This looks like it is historical information, probably stuff here about the specifics for this game. Looks like it's got some different scenarios and setup information here, and then some information about the particular historic units that were involved. Comes to 15 pages altogether, and then it's got a copy of the terrain effects chart on the back. All right, next up we have the second edition rules. So like the other booklet here, it is sort of a glossy finish, full color, and then here it's going through the rules for the game. And then it's got little side notes here with it, and looks like it's got some samples of play, and all pretty straightforward here. It looks like it's got some more samples of play than the original booklet does. That's good. Cool. And so all together with the definitions and everything else comes to 55 pages. So there you go. All right, next up, let's see what we've got here. This looks like, okay, this is the turn track. And then this is what keeps track of fatigue, cohesion. Okay, so this looks very familiar to me. I have a first edition copy of the game, and so this looks very similar to what was there. And here we got player aid charts. So here we've got the different modifiers, stacking limits. Here we've got some combat charts, it looks like. Modifiers for fire combat, etc. Looks like we have 2 of those charts. That's nice. All right, and then here we have the order of battle chart for the Spanish army. This was something that was missing from the first edition. I had to kind of print one of those out myself. So this is nice. And they've got that here for the French army, and then also for the Anglo-Portuguese army. Okay, and then on the back, it's got a little bit of biography information about the different leaders that are there. That's kind of cool. Very nice, very nice. Okay, cool. All right, here's what I'm most excited about. That is the newer map. So this is a mounted map, and I like the color palette that he's gone with. The first one was very dark. I'll do a compare and contrast video here at some point, but I'll get this opened up in a minute and show you the entire map here in just a second. All right. Got a couple of 10-sided dice. And then we've got special events cards and then the leader cards. Okay. And then let's get into the counters. So the counters are a larger size. These look like they're, 3/5/8 of an inch or so. So they're a nice size. These are 1/2 inch for the informational markers. And the colors for the uniforms and stuff like that's nice. And then on the back, lets you know if there's any steps that are left or if the unit is eliminated, if it's taken that step loss. Cool. I'm not sure what some of these informational markers are about, but we'll figure that out. Here we've got some additional markers. These look like they're French. And some more markers, charge markers. Okay, cool. Here it looks like we are going into maybe some of the allies here. Portuguese, yep, Portuguese. They got the little flag for Portugal there. More damage markers, hit markers. All right, cool. And the counters themselves look like the standard thickness. They've got a nice finish to them. Not so shiny, more of a sort of a matte finish as opposed to a high gloss finish. So nice. And yep, here's the rest of the allies. So all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counter sheets. All right, we've got the cards here. These are a smaller card. They're smaller than a normal playing card. But here we've got the different leaders, and they have an initiative number here. So when you and your opponent are selecting the leaders, if you have a higher initiative, as I recall, then you have a choice to either let your opponent go, or you can then move your particular formation. So here we've got the French, and then over here looks like we've got the Spanish leaders of the Spanish army, and then we've got the British and Portuguese. Well, that looks like a Spaniard that got in there by mistake. Yep. All right, there's the British. Good. And then here we've got some of the sort of special event or fun event cards. So these look like ones where you're kind of keeping this up your sleeve, and maybe you're using this to help you out in a particular situation. So what's this? Treat this as a past roll. So maybe when you failed a morale check, you would throw that card out there in a critical time. So these are just something kind of fun to add to it, kind of mix things up, so that way you can add a little bit of spice to the game. Cool. Okay, so here we can see the map, and we've got the different color gradations kind of showing the different elevations that were there at the battlefield, with some of the different hills and some of the little ridges and things like that. You can see that the counters fit pretty well in the hexes. I never had a problem with the original with the counter and hex side. So you could always keep things kind of tidy in that regard. The counter itself, this one, popped right out of the counter tray, or out of the counter board really easily. So they're very nicely punched, and no issues with them, getting cut off in any particular way, shape, or form. So this is it. Let's take a look at a little bit more of the map. We will kind of look up here, and here we can see Albuera itself. So we're kind of looking at it from I guess this would be the southern part of the map looking north. So we're looking north right now. So there's Albuera with the different roads and trails that come in. We've got the Rio Albuera, the little river that runs along over here. And then we've got the road that leads off to the north to Badajoz, where the British are besieging the French forces there. So you can get a pretty good sense of the map itself, and the much better choice of colors for this particular version of it than the original. I'll show you that in a little bit here, but maybe a second video I'll have on that. So yeah, altogether good, nice mounted map. Nice, everything seems to fit together. Yeah, there we go. I just bumped it. But yeah, good quality stuff. No complaints. Everything looks really nice. Well, that was a quick look at the components of 1811 Albuera from Tactical Workshop. I am going to be doing a comparison and contrast video looking at the first edition of the game, comparing it with the second edition of the game. Currently, there is a Kickstarter or Game Found that's happening for the second edition of Albuera, and so I will have a link for that down below. So if you're interested in looking at that and getting more details about the game, or even ordering a copy for yourself, you're welcome to do so. As always, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, already take care of that. You know what to do. And if you've got any questions or comments, go ahead and make those below. Until our next episode, everyone, keep playing, keep having fun, and be well.